This deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was not sent for any one race or any one segment of society. It was sent for all of mankind. And the more we gatekeep or hold people out of their right, the more harm that comes to them, and it cascades down to generations that will follow. It involves leadership and empowerment for people to come forward and raise their voice, because if we have masajid and institutions that are representing the community and the youth aren't able to raise their voice on the challenges that face them and be a part of the solutions that they are caught in, the problems that they are facing, they're not allowed to be a part of those solutions, how will those solutions actually be meaningful? But while we're bringing people, in particular youth, into leadership positions, it can't just be an open door that let's come in and let's just see what happens. It needs to be a well thought out process. What I mean by this is, while we want our youth to come into positions of leadership, we need to make sure they are given the opportunity to develop into those leaders. That tarbiyah is happening, that they have a chance to come and study their deen. And the same thing with sisters. The sisters in our community, they want to learn. I teach at a seminary. At Qalam Seminary this year, we have 600 students that are studying full-time, 9 a.m. in the morning to 3 p.m., 5 days a week. It is monumental, it's historical.
MashaAllah.
Thank you so much. But you know, maybe the round of applause part, and don't do it, I can't solicit it, is the fact that when you look at the gender balance there, when you're seeing the sisters that are there, and I'm hearing them, I'm listening to them, and they're telling me their stories of what they've gone through to come here. And I'm sitting there from a teacher's standpoint looking at the student body, and I'm thinking to myself that with this sort of education that goes out to the youth and to the sisters, the change that will occur is unimaginable. Look, giving our sisters a chance to speak and be involved and be at that table, and also empowering them and the brothers and the youth equally, is the lifeline of what happens next in the ummah. Honestly, it is. And if anyone has legal issues with this, let's come and talk. There really isn't that much legal discussion on this front. On this front, when it comes to gender interaction, there are guidelines of our deen on haya and modesty. There are some basic guidelines on how gender should interact when they're with one another. But as far as brain power goes, as far as strategy goes, as far as planning goes, as far as implementation goes, we need to work together as a team, as an ummah. When people see themselves and the people that are in front of them, when the sisters see only one right now, but inshallah many more Muslimah promos, Ustad Muslimah promos sitting here, they will be inspired, just as they see Imam Yusuf, who inspired many young men from Dallas to go and study. You want to see yourself and people in front of you. Anyway, khair, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept and put barakah in the words that we say.